Hey, everybody. You might notice a new look to the attire before you. Well, there's a simple reason for it. A simple reason. And that is we got a W. We got a W. We got to win. We got to win. I don't care. We got to win. Woo! Hey, we've got the dub, everybody. It finally happened. The dub is here. I am Mr. First Down. I am here. I am a fanboy unleashed. I am joined by my out of state Titans fan. Whoop, wrong way, this way. Bradley Mangold, the Ohioan and Titans fan, the greatest ginger of them all, the drummer to beat all drummers. How are you, my co-host? How you doing?
Doing good, Sam. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, fantastic! This boa is really itchy, but I'm wearing it. And this one is made by a good friend of mine, Scoob. He made this for me and gave it to me.
Nice.
It's good, but it's got a lot of heft to it. So you're like this is foam. You know what I mean? So you're just like la 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 la. But with this one, it will run around and whack you if you do too much headbanging and dancing before the game. Anyway. Bradley, we get to talk about a win. A win.
This is a smile, guys. You get to see a smile this week.
Yeah, it's smiles. I don't care about the depleted roster. I don't look. The coach went against what he wanted to do, which is throw, and he made sure they could run them into the ground. It is something that had to be done. It was fun to watch. I stunk that Will Levis hurt himself. I know some of you relish that. Shame on all of you. Should not relish that. That the kid needs to learn. He hasn't played 16 games yet. We need him healthy, but luckily he'll be back. The shoulder apparently is not as serious as we think, and lucky for us, Mason Rudolph barely had to do anything, but just kind of make sure nobody messed up and let Spears and Pollard pound them in the dirt. And that is just fantastic. A throw here or there. I think only 2 pass attempts in the second half or something crazy along those lines. It's just amazing. I'm happy about it. Your quick synopsis, sir?
No, you pretty much hit the nail on the head. I mean, that's old Titans football right there. Run the game, use the running game, and let the defense do their work. The offense weakness was stopping the run. Passing game, obviously, is still we call it a work in progress. So, but it is a W. Shout out to the Titans for doing what they need to do against a very weird game. It was weird.
It was a weird
and
it was an ugly game,
sides,
which is
but
it's so weird to talk about an ugly game when one team scores 31 points and they won ugly. It's a weird thing. Oh, but hey, we Titans fans are used to it. So, my good friend, my sharp friend, I guess we should go ahead and address the elephant in the room here, which is Will Levis. And I know, I hear your deep sigh, but we have to get this out of the way.
It's not a bad sigh. It's just
I know it's tiring. It's tiring. It's a tiring having to watch this guy go out there and mess up and whatever. But I think if we were all honest with ourselves and we looked around the league, there isn't a lot of good quarterback play going on right now. I know it stinks to lose the way you have lost games. I know it stinks to watch him flounder. But this is going to be part of the process, and we have to find out. We have to know. If he looks good at week 6, then congratulations, we made it. We have to get him straight and ready to go, and I think Wes put it best. The experiment must continue. It must continue. It must go on. Your thoughts, sir?
Well, it's been a weird season to start. I mean,
for sure.
Sam Darnold is him and
Sam
Baker
Darnold
Mayfield are probably
is
the best
lighting
2
it up.
quarterbacks right now, and Who would have thought that coming in? I mean, he has Justin Jefferson and Addison, Hawkinson, and Aaron Jones and everything there in Minnesota. But to address what a lot of Titans fans wanted to address, the 9 turnovers by Will Levis, I think 7 are his fault, 2 are to blame the offensive line. To go back to the first drive of the game and throwing an interception to a defensive end who dropped back in coverage, and you read his lips going to the sideline. I didn't even see him. I wouldn't have said anything at Will Levis. I would have just said, yeah, my fault, because you should be able to see a 6'4", big, freaking tight defensive end, my fault, covering your wide receiver. I mean, just one of those scenarios, and he threw it quick, but he just, unfortunately, it was right to a defense end who dropped it and then caught it with his legs. And then he'd go for a first down, which I thought he got, but apparently I was wrong. And he messed up his shoulder, and then we get the new meme of him look like he pooped his pants on the sideline.
Yeah, more memes. Willie Memes is alive and well, everybody.
He was just trying to reevaluate his shoulder, and it just hurt, and that's what that facial expression gave off. And listen, this is one of the hardest jobs to do because, I mean, yes, it's entertainment, but this is just the part of the process for Will Levis. He's 25 years old, second, season, first, another offensive coordinator / head coach is a rookie. He's still learning himself how to do stuff. What I hope Will Levis learned from that is when you watch the two differently, Mason, he's calm in the pocket because he's a pocket passer. He doesn't panic. He did take a sack, but he didn't turn the ball over. He did throw some incompletions, but he hasn't played in a long time. So Mason.
Oh, it's everybody's favorite Giants fan. Oh Lord, here he comes.
But my take on Will Levis is Brian Callahan is going to have to do what he's going to have to do. Will Levis is going to be a turnover machine. He was that in Kentucky. I think he can be good. Like I said, we've seen glimpses of him being good. It's just the consistency. Just has to start reading the defense better. And it's going to be harder now that there's film on him. So it's not easy. And plus the receivers are not that good either right now. I don't know what's going on with DeAndre Hopkins. Ridley's not exactly
dropping passes
up. Yeah. Traylon Burks had one catch last game, and that was it. Boyd is still MIA. The tight ends, they get a couple catches and they disappear. So it's they're still trying to work it out. I mean, Brian Callahan's not like Matt LaFleur, but he could be. But Rand drafted Will Levis. He hired Brian Callahan for a reason.
They're kind of crafty. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Rand is expecting us to win this season. And good news, Titans Nation, there's no quarterback in this upcoming draft that's worth taking. Shedeur Sanders is not going to come here. He ain't going to light up. He's not going to be good. His father's going to put him in a situation to get him to a better move. I'll answer that there in a little bit. Thank you for the comment. And then there's Powers. I think it's Powers from Texas. I'm not feeling good about him. I heard this Nico guy. Listen, the good news is the only quarterback I see in the foreseeable future right now we're taking is Art Manning, and he's not going to come out for at least 2 more years. That gives Will Levis plenty of time, but just needs to stop the turnovers. And I saw one Titans comment saying, I think he lets his emotions get the better of him. Like when he gets too fired up, I think he gets too fired up and he doesn't know how to calm down. That could be a good take. Could be true. Could be false. Who knows? But he does need, the 9 turnovers in 4 games is bad. We can all agree to that. We're seeing the glimpses of him being good. The deep ball this year is not happening yet for some odd reason. But that's just a shout out to the defensive coordinators taking his biggest threat away from him and forcing him these short passes and medium passes that are 50-50 right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Hot Take. It depends on how they look after the bye. If there's multiple losses after the bye, I think they move him and Diggs off.
Chiefs need a wide receiver.
Yep, right. So
because Devontae Adams is on the market too. He's going to be traded here.
He's going to get paid more. What's going to happen to him? That's for sure. I think if they come out sluggish, and you don't have a good showing against the Colts, I think they move him, especially after a bye week.
Early
okay.
bye week. That sucks. I hate the early bye week. That's.
I know. Gotta happen though. Gotta happen.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody gets a turn on the early bye week train. But first, speaking of, you know what? That's a very negative attitude, Brad. But while you're in that mood, oh Lord, Adams going to the Steelers, and I can see bookings. I love these glasses, but I can't see anything in them.
Oh, Devontae Adams. Yeah. I think he'll be going to the Jets too. Watch out for that because Aaron Rodgers. So
if that happens, the Jets are going to have to pay one hefty fine to the Piper. But anyway, the negatives. I'll start out with this one: drop passes, passes, and drop passes from D-Hop, drop passes from Ridley. Stop it! Catch the ball, and they weren't bad passes. They were there. Catch them, please. Go ahead, Brett.
The only negative is the passing game. That's it. In general,
oh, yeah, you're all encompassing.
The whole thing when it comes to except for the pass blocking, I thought that was good.
It got better, but I think
Miami's
that's one reason they ran it a lot.
Yeah, Miami's like they got good secondary. Their pass rush is okay. It's not great. And that's why the Colts matchup's intriguing. They got a better defensive line. You know, DeForest Buckner has been a major disruptor against us as of late. Yeah. But just overall, when it comes when I say the entire pass offense, it's the quarterbacks. Bless you, my good friend. It's the quarterback play, the running backs route running, the tight ends route running, the drop passes, the receivers not creating separation, the play calling. It's the whole thing. It's just not clicking.
It's all a mess. It's jumbled.
It's very jumbled. And Pollard, congratulations on probably his best game of the season. And Spears, he had a good game too. And you saw me texting you throughout the week about we all know what Derrick Henry did last week against Buffalo.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? Like people they're quiet for 3 weeks.
Right.
And they have these messages. It was almost like copy and paste.
Yeah.
Like as soon as he busted one, it was, oh, there it is. We never should have gotten rid of him. Oh, there, well, I told you. What if they had done if he busted it in 6 weeks and they had busted him out? It's so funny. It's so funny. Guys, he's gone.
Like I said, we're always rooting for the King and hope he does good. It just sucks it happens in the Ravens. But no, Pollard did good. Spears did good. I actually thought Spears was looking better until Pollard had that huge run. And you can even hear, I think it was Dan Orlowski calling the plays in the booth that night, I think. He said, why are you guys not running the ball to the left through Skoronski and Latham, which they should be doing. That is the more dominant side.
Right.
The good news is it's a bye week. Will Levis, I mean, he's got to get his body. He got dinged up in week 1. Now he's 4th week. He injured his shoulder now. I just hope Brian Callahan can figure out why this is looking the way it is. But it's a good early bye week. Now, what sucks is the next 3 games after the bye week are extremely hard games.
Yes.
Colts are going to be a tough matchup. At Buffalo is going to be a tough matchup. And then at Detroit, that is going to be a very good game between.
I imagine we'll get destroyed by Detroit and the Bills unless like they collapse or something, which Detroit has this weird habit of doing. It's really odd.
I think Buffalo will have a better success. We always seem to have Buffalo's number as of lately. But I mean, that's when we had Derrick Henry to kind of take us out of that equation. But I mean, Snead's going against Buffalo. Against Detroit. 2 good running backs, good receivers, good tight end, great offensive line. Goff just went 18-18 in his last game.
Yeah, what a perfect game. God dang it.
Even caught a receiving touchdown, which
and we have to play it in their hometown too. So it's gonna be a game.
I'm really watching Snead versus Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's a physical receiver. He loves some contact football because he loves hitting. And then we got to watch out for Williams, the speedster. We got to watch out for Gibbs, the speedster. And then, just looking forward to the bye week. It's the right move for Will Levis. Mason Rudolph, like I said last game, Mason Rudolph didn't have to do anything to win a game. He was just there to just make sure.
Luckily, the media guys are with us on the Levis train. Yeah. They're like, it's not time to give up. No matter how people are jumping at Austin and Sam in the.
The only negative thing Will Levis, like outside of just football talk, is he is 25 years old. So it's not like he's Caleb Williams or Bryce Young. He's kind of that Bo Nix age range right there. So, he's got some time still to fix it, but Jameis Winston has been a turnover machine since he's got drafted, and now he's up. So, this is good that we have like when you look at Marcus Mariota's situation, this is kind of what it's like. The second head coach, the second offensive coordinator, the second year, but he's still having that growing pain. The turnovers is really the only bad part, and the sacks, which is kind of like 50-50, but he's just what really just gets us all like fired up, riled up about Will Levis is week 1 and week 2, he makes the same mistake with the fumbles.
Yeah.
Week 3 and week 4, it's the quick throw, but it gets intercepted. So now it's like I just think the defensive coordinators are outsmarting Brian Callahan's coaching, and that's what Will Levis is going to watch the game, film and learn the coverage, learn how to read it, learn how to adjust the audibles and everything, and just figure out the route tree of DeAndre Hopkins and Calvin Ridley. If this is their best route tree, then have them run that. Don't have them run something ridiculous.
If it's post, let it be post.
Exactly.
If it's fly, let it be fly. If it's curl, let it be curl. No, I agree. Yeah, look, there's going to be work done during the long bye week, and we'll see what they come out looking on the other side. Hopefully better. But now's the time. But yes, it does. Here comes the fun part. Thank you. We get to start out this one, and I'm going to start with the second round draft pick, T'Vondre Sweat. My goodness, the boy was eating them alive. He was eating the quarterback alive. He was eating the running back. He was an absolute beast, and exactly why we drafted him was Monday night. He was on fire. He did it without Simmons next to him. He was making space. He was a freaking freight train that could turn and grab a running back by his legs. Amazing. T'Vondre Sweat. That is my first positive of the game. You're up, Chief.
I'm going to go with the run blocking of the offensive line.
Yes.
First 3 weeks didn't look good, but it looked good against Miami. Also, my second positive, I didn't see a lot of dumb penalties that we committed from both sides of the ball. A couple on offense, but second half we kind of cleaned that up, which was good. There you go. Those are my first 2 positives.
Okay. I will go Mason Rudolph is a capable backup, which we shouldn't really be surprised with, but I feel like it's a positive. It needs to be said. He is a capable backup.
He's one of the best backups in the league.
Yeah.
My third, we didn't force the turnovers on defense, but thank you, Dolphins, for the turnovers. Tyler Huntley throws a backward pass. Yeah. And then the punt that was trying to be an outside.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know what that was.
I forgot to add that to the negative. What are we doing out there?
Yeah, that was close. And
I thought our special teams coach was about to poop his pants. He was so mad. He couldn't believe it.
And then I like the Tyler Huntley did not know that he needed to be outside the tackle box to throw the ball away in central grounding safety. So that's a good job there.
He also didn't know that receiver has to be set one whole second before you snap the ball.
Dude, yeah, like numerous penalties.
4 illegal shifts. 4. Crazy. I learned more about the illegal shift during that game than I have in all my years of watching football. It's amazing to me.
It was a lot.
Yeah, I will. I have a little bit of just a little bit, and I hate saying this, but it's true. Traylon Burks caught a nice pass. You know, I'm sorry. It should be a negative and a positive. Negative
What
that
they
he's on
say?
the field, but a
What's
positive.
the saying? Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
Yeah, you got that right. Oh man, him and NWI and who's the guy in the practice? Mason Kinsey are like my bane of my existence. They just drive me bonkers.
Well, I mean, I watched the Chargers and Chiefs game, and Christian Fulton made a good interception. Bud
did.
Dupree, a couple of sacks. Caleb Farley, hey, shout out to you, Caleb. Good luck in Carolina. I know they're a mess, but I feel bad for Caleb. Back injuries and what happened in the offseason to his home is very sad. So good luck to him. I thought Mason was good. He obviously looked good in the pocket. I mean, he's more of a pocket quarterback than Will Levis. And the only thing Will Levis, like I said, there's only two things Will Levis needs to do. Just relax, don't turn the ball over, don't panic, and just you gotta start sliding. I know you dove for the first down, which is fine. But somehow you land on your shoulder and injure yourself. That's not what we need.
No.
But it could be worse. The Colts, Colts head coach is weird. Anthony Richardson gets hurt, comes out.
Yeah, then he runs it.
Sends them back in and he runs them. What? That's just makes you want to shake your head. So, but I'd rather face Anthony Richardson. Ooh, that's a tough one. Because if we blitz Richardson, then he'll probably do what Will Levis did. But Joe Flacco can't run, but he's more precise. So it's weird. I'd rather face Richardson. He does have turnover issues. So I'd rather face Richardson than Joe Flacco because Joe Flacco's a veteran. So I hope Richardson plays against us. That's why they drafted him. Will Levis versus Richardson would be nice.
Joe Flacco might be the best backup in the league.
He's the best backup. He's the best backup. And then I'll probably say second to him right now is maybe Malik Willis because he is 2-0 in Green Bay, but no.
Yeah, but they still put a hobbled Jordan Love out there, and
they
just kind of. I was like, wow, is it really worth it that much too? Okay, I mean, it is a division game, but that game was wild. That was a nutsy game. It's like they couldn't get out of their. No team could get out of their own way. The Vikings were very lucky; they already kind of had it in the bag.
It was like I said, it's just been a crazy year of football these first 4 weeks. I mean, like Sam Darnold, who would have thought we'll be talking about?
No one had that on their bingo card.
Being the best quarterback right now.
Nobody. No. Tajay Spears, the Wildcat for the touchdown. He totally Bugs Bunny that guy that was on him and walked into the end zone clean. My goodness.
Almost had a block punt. Calais Campbell did touch it, but that's a big human being right there too. 6'7", like I think he's about 280. So surprised he's still playing.
I just want to know why are we the only team having trouble with block punts here? I don't get it.
I have to go back and watch the highlight. I think it might have been Julius Chestnut again. If it is, they need to get him out because he's. I don't know why. I mean, it's crazy. Like I said, it's been a crazy league. Like even you look at Washington Commanders, Jaden Daniels has a 82% completion percentage not only as a quarterback, as a rookie quarterback in Washington.
Yep,
82%. Like what in the? I didn't think like he was going to be bad at all. I didn't think he was going to be this good right away.
No, me neither.
But if the system fits, it fits. And shout out to him for doing that. I mean, it's a crazy league right now. And Philadelphia is 2-2. Baltimore is 2-2. San Francisco, even without Christian McCaffrey, they got this. Their running back is the second leading rusher in the NFL behind Derrick Henry, and that's without CMC. Sorry, fantasy sports guys too.
Thank you. Yeah, I drafted it. I was first. I drafted him first overall.
Oh no! He'll be back
soon. So sad.
He'll be back.
I'm so sad. Why did this happen?
Good
Anyway,
catch. But yeah, shout out to Chandler Burks making that good catch, and
I had to say it.
hopefully,
I had to say it.
well, we've been beating them up every Titans fans been beating them up, so
that defense was monstrous, and they knew when to be cool against the Miami Dolphins, and they knew when to turn the heat up. When the Dolphins decided to take, with 10 minutes left in the fourth, 7 minutes and 9 seconds off the clock in one drive, we gave them underneath all day, but they didn't stop the clock. And it just made our job a lot easier for us. But it was good to know, and you could feel it. As soon as Spears scored that touchdown, the game was over. They had him. And then he went for 30. He wanted that 30 burger.
Oh, he knew it. He knew it. He knew it was like, okay, it's been over 1,000 days. We gotta get these guys 30 points.
Yeah, I think he kind of looked at it though and said, if we don't get it, we don't get it, because they didn't line up in any special formation. It was an ISO. Everybody clumped in. Pollard, if you can go get it, but don't hurt yourself.
I do want to throw some shadow at Wilson, because there was one play that drove me nuts. Because Tyler Huntley had Hill wide open. Snead got torched because he was playing soft. And I don't know how you overthrow Tyreek Hill, because that should not happen. But I was looking at Snead like, dude, you bully this guy a lot. I don't know why you decided not to press him there, but luckily it was overthrown. So, that was a close one, because that would have made it more closer game. But luckily, Huntley is just who he is. But
right. It could have been. Those are scary when you see that man running free down the field. It's a scary, scary moment. Good on Callahan seeing the backwards pass and throwing the challenge flag. I liked that. I love that Arden Key touched it out of habit, and that really kind of set it apart. If nobody touched it, it would have been nothing. Yeah, and he touched it. So I was
awareness
about that. I'm very thankful that punt landed the way it did, because I was nervous as hell. But, I mean, the Dolphins, you can feel good about this win, and I encourage you to feel good about this win. But we have to face the facts here. That Dolphins team was nowhere near full strength. You have to face the facts.
That's what was baffling about the game, watching Mike McDaniels, who is a good offensive mind.
This offensive guru, right?
It was he kept running the ball off, and I mean Sweat was just getting in there, and he still kept running it, knowing that this big guy Meatloaf was blowing the play up. I like D Sweat better than Meatloaf, but anyway. But like even Dan Orlovsky said,
Meatloaf now. We made the rules.
Like even like Dan Orlovsky was in the booth saying, I don't know why they weren't attacking the middle, because they had success attacking our middle, but it's Huntley. I mean, Mike McDaniels maybe just didn't want to roll the dice. I don't know, because they were without Tua, and prayers to him. Hopefully, doctors, and he can make I mean, he's not going to retire, but he's got to do something.
I don't like the term offensive guru if you can't scheme up a game plan. I don't like it, and I just found it quite pathetic. And McDaniels looked dead the whole game. He just kind of stared. He didn't really do anything. His halftime comments were a little alarming, and it was like, okay,
To me, the only two like really good offensive mind guru head coaches in the league are Kyle Shanahan and Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
And then you got Detroit Lions offensive coordinator. He's starting to cook up some stuff.
Ben Johnson.
Yep. He was and Brian Callahan, I'm hoping he can get there. I think he can get there. It's all a matter of when and when. He'll find something that starts clicking. But just and this is where gets me kind of not concerned, but the question of Callahan is, when Mason Rudolph entered the game, he realized, okay, let's just run the ball. That was Miami's weakness. Well, why didn't you do that when Will Levis was the quarterback? That's when I'm kind of like,
I think he kind of looked at it like he had a game plan, but he said in the press conference on Tuesday, he said that he kind of he felt that this was what the O-line was going to be good at that day. So he called it according to that. I could see it in his eyes. He wanted to throw some of those balls. I could see it. He is a throwing football guy.
Yeah.
He said it a million times. But maybe he'll reevaluate during this and say, okay, at this time we need to be running the football and make it work. I personally think you need to get Will Levis running free a couple of times. I'm not saying throw him up the middle, but yeah, slide, get a couple of yards, roll out. They do that for Lamar Jackson. They do that for other people. It's good. It gets them more involved in the game. So, but anyway, it's 30 minutes have passed by. You and I need to sleep. We thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you. Hopefully, gosh, we have a bye week. We can actually sleep this weekend. I will be on tomorrow on the LTS show, making picks and whatever. I don't know if I'm going to dress up again because this is kind of itchy. But we thank you all for watching, and the Titans have won, and we're very happy about it. We're very happy about it. So we will see y'all when we see you, which is probably 2 Sundays from now. So see you then.